Hey folks, how's it going? So I'm going to be breaking this video down. Now, it's important to clarify, this is not our video. I'm not going to claim the rights to it. I'm not going to claim it's ours or something that we created. This was just sent to us, and I'm just going to be reviewing it and kind of going over some things, kind of giving you the gist of it, because there is some dragging on at points. The person filming it does have some English at times where it is kind of hard to understand what he's saying, but I've seen this video multiple times now, and I'm very familiar with these people in the video. We know who these scammers are for a fact. Some of you might recognize them as well. They do tend to split up. There's a couple of teenagers in this group as well that are not pictured in this video. So I'm going to be giving you my review as the video goes along, so bear with me here. I'm going to have to stop it and say what I have to say, and then continue, and so on and so forth. So bear with me. If you want to listen to this, go right ahead. If not, go ahead and skip it. But this is just for those interested. So here we go. Let's dive in. Before we get in, off to a good start. So before we get into it, I do want to point out here, I have no idea who posted this. I really don't. Like I said, this was sent to us. But based off of everything that I've watched in this video and heard and what I can gather, the information I gather, it is a gentleman, a 65-year-old Cambodian man that goes around filming things. He has a channel, and he's fed up with these scammers. This is personal for him. They have stolen from him, his friends, his family, and he's fully aware what these guys do, as you will find out in the video. I'm gonna try my best to skim through this, but this may take a little while to break down. So trying to give you some context beforehand, so bear with me here.
Welcome back to the channel, folks. We got the Gypsy scammer hitting the city again, man. Got dude over there. Yeah. Scammer.
Now, right out of the gate, I'm going to point out something right away. These guys do this all the time. It's very obvious. For outsiders looking in, people that are new to this, pay attention to things like this, right? They're quick to hide their faces, right? They are out in public, so I don't know what they're at. You know, it's not like they don't want to be seen, because people see them. Hundreds of cars are passing them up, right? People obviously see them. But when they see someone pointing a camera at them, they know that someone is onto them. That's why Gypsy scammers do not like cameras, because they know once that camera comes out, somebody's onto them. By the way, he's hiding. This guy is a coward.
Scammer. We got the scammer right here, man.
Yep.
They're hitting Military Road and 272nd, folks. Do not give this money to these fucking people, man.
All right, just to clarify here. So they are on 272nd and I believe Military Road, which is a borderline between Kent, Washington and Federal Way, Washington. I could be wrong. Please correct me in the comments if I am. But let's get back into it.
Scammer. Yeah, you know, scammer, fucking Gypsy, man.
Thank you.
Trump, you need to deport these motherfucking people back to where they come from.
Please do.
Man, got the whole family with it. Yeah. Dumb and this stupid kid, man. Yeah. Fucking scammer.
So you can see over here the father, and I'm using quotations here if you can see me. The father is over there. He's keeping an eye on that camera. He's really set on hiding his face. You're going to notice this throughout the entire video.
We got enough problem in America, folks. We don't need this damn scammer here, man. Folks, they're at 272nd and Military, man. Gypsy scammer. Them and the stupid kid, they drive all Mercedes and live in a fucking $1 million house.
Now, I got to tell you, you know, I wouldn't be sitting there calling kids stupid, but I understand his sentiment. I understand completely his frustration. When you have been robbed by these people and you know what they do, especially what they do to children, you're going to be angry at them. Granted, it's not the kid's fault, but I do understand why he's upset. So, moving on.
Man, yeah. This the wife and the stupid kid down to J. Trump sending all this Gypsy Romanian people back, man.
Please, please do. Now, we're not going to get into politics here. I don't know where you stand politically. We're not going to get into it. Please. I know we all have our own views, but I will tell you, anybody that's going to come to this country just to steal and just to abuse our kindness and our generosity and our social systems and steal from our country doesn't deserve to be here. So I digress. Let's continue.
Yeah.
See, again, he's very, very conscientious of that camera on him. Even at a distance, he's still holding that sign right up. Sure, he's multitasking. He's holding that sign for others to give him money, right? Got to multitask. But he's very conscious of that camera. I'll continue.
They are leaving right now, man. This Romania Gypsy scammer, they scamming people, man. The weather's getting warm.
You know what's interesting? When I hear this man talk, I don't know if he's on our page or not. I don't know if he's in our group. We have, unfortunately, too many people to get to know, so he may or may not be on our page. But he's not wrong here. It's getting warmer, and they're coming out for the season. You guys, I'm sure all of you have noticed this. Also, take a look at her. She look familiar? Yeah, they've hit up West Seattle, Burien, Auburn, Kent. They're in Kent right now. Federal Way, Tacoma, and I'm sure a countless amount of cities and states that have yet to be confirmed. But you already know. You already know the drill. You know how these guys work.
Scam.
So I want to point something out here. Again, I'm going to keep stopping to explain things. It's kind of hard to talk over the audio as it plays. So one of the links that we were able to connect was this sign. Now, to the untrained eye, all these signs look the same. And don't get me wrong, they're all very similar scripts. Pretty much a generic script. But, you know, people do have patterns. Their handwriting has patterns. And we were able to identify this sign with several other signs, and that's how we figured out it was the same people. They actually have two other teenagers that split up and act like they have their own families, but they don't. It's the same people. You even notice here in the video, they are splitting up. She's on one corner, he's on the other, right? Double your profits.
False. Scammer.
Again, want you to pay attention to the quote-unquote father here, right? I use air quotes here because no father would ever drag their children to the street like this and use them for money. But pay close attention to him. He's obviously very aware of his face being recorded. He has a hoodie for a reason, not just because it's cold. They're hiding. They're acting. They're putting on a show. But he's hiding. He's continuously hiding. That's one thing you're going to notice throughout the entire video. No matter what they claim, no matter how afraid they claim to be, he's still hiding. He's always concerned about himself. You're going to see this. I'll continue.
Like I said, man, we got enough shit in the country, man, with the Democrat and the Republican. Now here scamming, man, so don't.
I agree. We've got enough problems to deal with. We don't need this shit.
Don't donate.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, don't ever let these motherfuckers tell you you can go, leave, go away. No, motherfucker. You're in my country. You're in my hood. You're in my community. And this is a public sidewalk.
Money to these people, man. They scammer. They scammer, man. Yeah.
You're going to hear this guy make some sound effects. I think he's just having a little fun with them. But yeah, let's continue.
Yeah. Yeah, this Donald J. Trump, deport all these Romanian scammer, man. They hit the street again, man.
If anybody deserves to get deported, I'm going to go with these guys right here, Exhibit A.
The weather's warming up, folks. Don't give money to them, man. You know what I'm saying? These people are fucking scammer, folks. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna add to this here. That boy can, or that, yeah, I'm gonna call him a boy. He ain't a man. That piece of shit can continue to hide his face. But if you guys want his picture, I'm sure one of our moderators are more than happy to post his picture in the comments below. We've got plenty on these people.
Yeah, buddy. Scammer, man.
I gotta tell you, I don't know what exactly he's saying here, but I feel it. I feel it. He's hyped. I get it.
Scammer. Scammer, man. Yeah.
Yes, there is a guy with the spray.
Yeah.
And suddenly her English gets better. How about that, folks?
And he's trying to.
Huh?
By the way, what the fuck is she talking on? Is that a cell phone? Is that a smartphone? I thought you're struggling. You don't even got money for food, right? You're so poor that you actually had to drag your wife and children to the street for some odd reason. But why can't one of you look for work? I don't get it. Why are all of you standing out here? Yeah, thought so. But, you know, people don't think about that shit. Okay, I'm not going to interrupt here for the next minute. I want you to pay attention to how she's talking to 911. She's trying to perceive a threat. This guy's not threatening them. He's filming them, and they don't like it. But listen to what she's saying here, because she's making up bullshit.
Yeah, he has a gun and.
Sorry to interrupt. I said I wouldn't, but I will here, because you notice chicken shit is still hiding.
Yeah, scammer, folks.
Walks away from his kids. She just told 911, he has a gun and I'm scared. Walks away. You ain't scared, you lying sack of shit. Just to clarify here, folks, sorry for interrupting. Just to clarify here something, okay? In Washington State, we are an open carry state. Keep it in your holster. Don't threaten people. Don't brandish. Brandishing is like you're pulling it out saying, hey, look what I got. Don't do any stupid shit like that, okay? Follow the law. But you are well within your rights to open carry. Look at this little coward whispering in her ear. Say this, honey. Say this, honey. Why don't you say it? Why don't you be a man, you fucking coward? I digress. Let's continue. He has a gun and he has spray. Smart man. This is a priceless moment here, folks. This is what I was talking about. It doesn't match what she's saying. My kids are scared. As he walks away, as she turns her back to this man that's supposedly scaring her children. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't know how many of you guys are parents, but I would not be walking away from a threat to my children. I'm going to protect them. If I have to get shot, I will protect them. But that's just my feelings. Look at this. Look at this pussy. Still turning his back. He's still more concerned. These kids are supposedly terrified. They're scared. This man has a gun, according to her, on the 911 call. And you'll find out she is on the phone with 911. This is not a made-up call. They are coming. Supposedly, they are scared. They're terrified, right? And they're like, this guy has a gun. His back is turned. Their demeanor doesn't match what she's saying at all. And they'll really prove this here in a moment. Just watch.
You got the scammer here, folks. Yeah. Now she's.
So I'm going to tell you, more often than not, most of these guys are bluffing. They never call the police. In this case, you could tell she is calling the police. But she's looking back at him. She's hoping that he gets intimidated right away and he walks away, right? They would rather not deal with police. I'm just telling you that from experience, dealing with these situations many times. They would rather not deal with police. But on occasion, they will call them there, right? Because they think they got a good case, or they got the right police, or they're in the right neighborhood, right? They know who to target. These guys do this everywhere, so they kind of feel it out here. So pay attention here. She keeps looking back at him, not because she's afraid, because she just wants him to go away and stop filming. And so does he. That's why he's not turning around. If it was me, I'm like, fuck this shit. Get away from my fucking kids. But he's not. He's hiding.
We got scammer folks, yeah.
I like how my man here is persistent. He's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, we got a scammer, folks. I got to meet this guy. I think a little teasing going on here. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, there are moments where it drags on. So me kind of talking through that might help you kind of get through these moments. I understand he's just filming, and there's just going to be some time where it's a little downtime and it's dragging. So bear with me. I will try to keep this entertaining and informative while breaking this video down. So bear with me. It is going to kind of drag for a minute.
Gypsy scammer folks. Now she's calling a cop.
By the way, feel free to fast forward. You do have that option. Or stick around, learn a thing or two. Dude just sitting there crossing his legs, just casual, nonchalant. Are you seeing this, folks? They've done this before. They're very familiar with this. This is not fear. This is just them trying to get you to go away. Don't let them. So I don't know if I mentioned this before. You guys probably do recognize them, right? Something to keep in mind. He might be standing on a sidewalk here, but we have pictures of this guy. He stands in the middle of the road. He will block traffic. He will stop cars. He'll stand right in front of the stop sign, off the sidewalk, in the street. Traffic impeding, right? He doesn't give a shit. So it's funny how they're acting like they care about the law suddenly, and they're calling the police. Isn't that weird? How rules apply to everybody else, but not them.
They're on 272nd and military folks. Scammer, Gypsy scammer, yeah.
He said, yeah, my man is persistent. I like him.
We got enough problem in America, man. Yeah, 272nd and military.
So I'm going to try to skip through this, actually. It will drag, so let's kind of fast forward. If just bear with me. I'm on my YouTube here. We're going to skip through this a little bit. I want to point something out here if you haven't seen it yet. She is continuing to take donations from people. She's on the phone with 911, supposedly in fear. She's calling emergency services, telling them that there's a man with a gun threatening her kids. That's literally what she told 911. And you'll notice as she's doing this, she's still collecting money, and the husband's still collecting money. You know, because that's what you do when supposedly there's a guy scaring your kids with a gun. You catch it on yet, folks? There's the coward, still covering his face. Father of 7, lost my job. Oh, God, how many times I heard that one. Really struggling. So please, anything helps. God bless your families. Yeah, nice touch there with the little smiley face. Hey, okay. Time for your brain. This is your brain speaking. Are you ready? Lost my job. Wait a minute. So you're saying you can work. Why in the fuck are you standing out here instead of getting a job? Or looking for a job? Why are both of you standing out here? Why the fuck are your kids out here in brand new shoes? But you know, all these things, I don't know if people are just stuck on their phones, or maybe they're just paying attention to traffic. I want to give people the benefit of the doubt here, right? I don't want to call everybody a moron, but some of you are. I'm sorry, you are. Pay attention to what the fuck you're doing. Remember which country you're in. There's no excuse for this whatsoever. You got an able-bodied, grown adult couple here. There's no reason for them to be standing out there. None whatsoever. I already know that these people are abusing and milking social services, on top of stealing from stores, on top of running scams, frauds, and then on top of that, they ask for money from the very people they steal from. That's who we're dealing with. Nerve of that fucking sign. I'm going to tell you guys, there's a reason he's hiding his face, and you'll find out later.
Oh, my leg.
Oops, that was an accident. Look at him there, thinking he's slick. Talking behind that sign like he's some NFL coach reading plays. Look at him. Look at this coward. Rather than facing the problem, protecting his kids, he goes, you know, look how afraid they are. He's sitting there telling her what to say. I don't know what it is with gypsies and no socks, but he's just confirming that. Again, look at him. They are supposedly afraid right now of a man with a gun. That's the call she is making right now as you're watching this. The call she has just made to 911 is there a man with a gun yelling at them, threatening them, scaring her kids. Her kids are scared. And what's the guy doing? He's walking away, still looking for people with money. Okay. Isn't it nuts how, yeah, you supposedly have this situation that should, in theory, require your full, undivided attention. There's a man with a gun threatening your children, right? It should, in theory, get your full, undivided attention. Nope. This guy's still over there trying to get money off of people. You're seeing the mindset right here. You're seeing who we're dealing with, right? You see where his head's at. Look at the look on those kids' faces. Every day. This is just a routine for them. Every damn day. Yeah, keep hiding your face, you fucking pussy. Bet you he got hands like a little baby. Never seen a day of work in his life. Do you see her just taking some money there? She got 911 on the phone, telling people she's afraid for her life. The kids are afraid. Nope. Casually walking over there, taking the money. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think that speaks for itself. Again, folks, this is going to be a long video. feel free to skim through this. Take what you need out of it. I'm just going to be doing a breakdown. I know it's a long video as it is, but this is really something to learn off of. Okay, take from this what you will, how to confront them, how to deal with these situations. But I will tell you this: don't ever let these guys dictate to you how things work. Okay, you can film them. You can be on the public sidewalk. You could sit there the entire fucking time with a gun on the side of your hip. Okay? There's nothing that they can do. You're not threatening them. You're not breaking the law. You can film them just as much as they can stand there. So can you. Just keep that in mind, okay? Don't let these guys manipulate you, and don't let them intimidate you, and don't let them bullshit you. That's what they do. Don't let them. Okay, so it is going to drag on here, so I am going to fast forward, where I'm not going to let you guys sit through just watching a bunch of cars go back and forth. At this point, they are going to be waiting on the police.
Sidewalk. Okay. Good.
Okay, so she's basically telling him something about go away, and he's saying sidewalk. This one I always find funny with Gypsy scammers. This one's probably one of the most hilarious things that they do. They put their children on display, like a display case, like a cake at a bakery. They put them on display. They want you to see the kids. It's very, very much intentional. That's why they bring the kids. The kids are the selling point, right? They consciously grab these kids, and often they will sedate them. But in the case that they're not, either way, they're dragging the kids out there, because they want you to see the kids. Matter of fact, they are facing the kids at the angle that they know you're driving against. They want you to see the kids. That's the whole purpose of them out there. That's the moneymaker. But the moment you film them, oh, I don't want you looking at my kids. My kids. Oh, yeah, why are you filming my kids? As if they give a shit about people looking at their kids. You know, they treat them like circus animals. But now suddenly they give a shit. It's all an act. It's obviously all an act. Just like them acting afraid is a complete act. Because look at their behavior. They're still collecting money. They're still walking up and down. The guy's turning his back from them, walking 100 feet away. They're not in fear. This is just routine. And they're doing what they do best. Lie.
Sidewalk. Okay. Good.
This is one of the most common things they do. I call police. This is when you respond, good. Call the fucking police. I'm waiting right here. I'll call them for you.
Folks, we got Gypsy scammer here, man.
Again, I like this guy. He's cool.
They out again, man. The weather's warming up, man.
He's right. The weather warms up. Signs come out.
They out here scamming the people. Yeah. Gypsy scammer.
By the way, folks, if you see something like this, if you see someone out there doing his thing, confronting these guys, step up, step in, give him a hand, give him some support. Show him that he's not alone. We need more people stepping up. Okay, so it is going to drag on for a minute here. They are waiting for the police. She thinks that she's going to win, and maybe she does kind of in the end, right? Because he's going to end up leaving. The police are going to come. I will, spoiler alert here, nobody's getting arrested. Yeah, it is going to drag on for a minute here. So I'm going to try to fast forward. Bear with me. I don't usually do review videos. I'm not going to put my little image on the side of this. I'm not going to do any kind of TikTok thing. I'm just going to be a straightforward review. So bear with me here. I am screen recording at the same time. So I'm just going to kind of fast forward and kind of give you the important parts. Okay. Nothing. Here he is, still collecting money. Blah, blah, blah. My poor kids. Hibbity hoopla, broken record. We're just waiting for the police. A lot of dragging on. Oh, no, here goes. Here goes another thing. Here goes the other thing that they tend to do. They will pull out their phones because, you know, they got money for phones, and they'll start filming you. Now, this is one of those things that does tend to scare people a little bit. You can't film me. And then you'll have some people saying, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like, no, don't ever apologize to them. Fuck that. You can film them. Film them. And them filming you or trying to take a picture of your license plate, don't let them intimidate you. They ain't going to do shit with it. They ain't going to do shit. They're bluffing. They're trying to intimidate you. This is how they usually get their way. Don't let them get their way. Stand your ground. You hear me? Stand your ground. What a life for these kids. Now, don't think that these guys have a horrible, horrible existence, right? These kids are spoiled, and they will take the wallet right out of your pocket. You cannot trust them. Sadly, they have been trained from a very early age. You can't trust them. But what a fucking life, just sitting there on a bucket or a chair, cars going past you the whole damn day. What an existence. How do you interact with people? How do you get friends? You know? But I digress. Let's continue.
Folks, we got Romanian Gypsy scammer, folks. Yeah. They called a cop. Thank you. I don't have to call them. They can call the cop.
That's what I'm saying right there. Thank you. Call the cops. I would have called them too.
Hi.
See how she's trying to intimidate him? I'm going to pull my phone out too. Girl, you ain't going to do nothing with that. So, again, stand your ground. I will try to fast forward here. Within a few minutes, the police are going to arrive. I want you to see that initial reaction. We'll kind of break that one down, and then we'll kind of wrap it up here. So she's doing something that she's probably done a million times. Somebody whips out their phone, and she'll try doing it back. This is the same response. Again, if you've done this as long as I have, I've so many confrontations with these guys, so many encounters. I've seen so many of these videos as well. It's just the same typical intimidation that they try to do. It works on some people, but I'm telling you right now, don't let them manipulate you and make you believe like you're doing something wrong. You're not. Understand first and foremost the laws and your local laws, and of course we want you to abide by the law. I don't want you going out there and threatening these guys and doing anything illegal, but know your rights. You have a right to film them. They're in a public space. You're not going into their houses and filming them in their bathrooms, right? You're not filming people inappropriately, going up their skirts or anything disgusting like that. You're simply filming sidewalks. You're filming what you see. And they put themselves in that situation. So they can only blame themselves if they don't like being filmed.
Scammer! Scammer!
How many people, day in and day out across this country, just drive right past this? Just drive right past this. They don't understand. This is not just people asking for money. The crime that is behind the curtains of this quote-unquote family, this innocent-looking family, people don't even bat an eye. They just drive right by. It hides in plain sight. I can tell you right now, this guy's involved in a lot of fraud. But how would you know? You just ignore it.
Scammer!
Be like this guy, folks. Be like this guy. He got some balls. He cares about his community, and he's fed up with it. All right, let's fast forward. I'm trying to look for a scene where the police officers show up. Let's find that scene and then break it down from there, because it's pretty much just a whole lot of nothing. That coward's still going to hide. She's still going to act like she's filming. So let's find the interaction when the officers arrive and then break that down and wrap it up. Here it is. Ready?
How you doing, officer?
Good, I'm Officer Thompson. Kid, please, just my body cameras go.
Oh, yeah, I'm
All right, I'm going to point something out here before you guys watch this. I'm going to give you the context. Again, I've seen this multiple times. I can tell you from this officer's demeanor that A, he is very uninformed with who these people are. He says that he's not passing judgment, but in fact he is, because he will state, and I will actually tell you as he states it, his feelings towards us. He says this is just people asking for money. Obviously, with an answer like that, he doesn't understand who these people really are. And the man that is filming this, he's trying to open up to the officer and explain who these people are. He actually tells them, my family has been robbed by them. I've had relatives, friends, and whatnot that I've had interactions with these people. They've robbed them. They have caused issues. They have caused PTSD in one case. This is personal for him. And you have to understand that. Those of us who have been through this and dealt with these people or dealt with an interaction where they have robbed us, cleaned out our bank accounts, robbed our churches, our homes, our businesses, I know you're in this group. Maybe they've poured oil on your engine block in your car and tried to rip you off. You know what I'm talking about. We're not making this up. So this is personal for this man. The officer, bless his heart, he doesn't understand that. He's just there to do a job. I'm not mad at him for that. But he says he doesn't have an opinion. But based off his responses, he clearly is taking sides with them. So pay attention to this.
Told you.
If you touch it, you will face harm. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Name and badge number, sir.
Officer Thompson, 25009.
All right, man. All right. So what's going on? Why would the cop call?
I got called on you yelling at these people.
No, not yelling. They are scammer. I got run over by them last year.
Okay.
This is a Gypsy scammer. I'm trying to raise awareness in my community.
Okay.
I'm a content creator, right?
Okay.
I just trying to raise people so they don't get scammed. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. That's it.
So, what can I help you with today?
I don't know. I'm just gonna raise.
So he's just, this is, folks, I know you guys have dealt with this, whether it be dealing with police or talking to management or just bystanders or friends or family. You're trying to explain things to them and they're like, yeah. But anyway, what's the deal? What did they actually do? So they act like they're listening, but they're not actually listening to you. He just told this officer that these people were thieves, that they were stealing from people. Went right through his ear, went out the other. He's like, yeah. Anyway, this is very much a typical response from uninformed people.
Shoot, we don't leave it. Like, oh, I'm a cop. He have a pepper spray. He have a gun. Like, I'm a content creator, man. Raise in my community, you know, that's it. And then so she called you guys. So I cannot leave, you know what I mean? So if I'm leaving, why should I leave?
So I'm gonna this scene right. The reason I'm gonna stop it and tell you here because what he just explained to the officer just went right over the officer's head here. So he just said, why would I leave the scene if they called the police on me? I can't just walk away. It's going to make me look bad, make me look guilty, right? If you call the police on me, I'm going to wait and stick around so we can handle this. That's basically what he was telling the police officer, but the police officer took it as, oh yeah, so why don't you leave? You could tell this officer definitely wants him to just leave and walk away. He doesn't want to be dealing with this. And I understand that. Probably have, in his mind, much bigger things to deal with. But little does this officer know, this is those big things. This is a transnational criminal organization. They're all over the world. This is a very, very serious problem. Granted, it might not be murder, but if he actually knew who he was dealing with, and the FBI watching them, Homeland Security, this is a big deal. That guy right there that's hiding his face is hiding his face for a reason. He doesn't want to deal with the police. That's why he's making his wife do it. Something to keep in mind, folks. But I'm not mad at this officer. They just need to be educated, just like the rest of the people do.
Yeah, that's it.
You can leave.
I know. I'm not in trouble or anything. What I'm doing, bro. These people are hitting all over America. You know that, right? They call it Gypsy scammer. I have a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
I got run over in Tacoma, man. They try to sell me fake jewelry on the east side. These people, they young, man. They scammer. They just out here. America got to.
He's obviously got a lot of emotion behind this, okay? Again, this seems very personal for him. He's saying these guys are he's probably got a lot of thoughts going through his mind, but what I gather, at least, this is just my thoughts, what I'm gathering from this, he's saying they're young, they're healthy, they shouldn't be out here asking for money. Why aren't you noticing this? In other words, where's your sense of, where's your common sense? This is how it feels. This is how it feels sometimes when you're dealing with people. It's so blatantly obvious. You couldn't be any more obvious. I mean, we've broken it down for you in pictures and videos, but we don't have to tell you how to think. You can think for yourself. You can see with your own two eyes. You can see what's taking place here. You can see that they have these double lives. Essentially, he's pleading with the officer. This is why I'm out here. This is what they've done. And this is pretty much a typical response that you're going to get. They don't take you serious. They just see, oh, it's just some people asking for money. They don't look any deeper. But then when it comes time to solve a robbery, then they ask for your help. Now they want to listen. See the problem? Let's not wait till it gets that far.
Up shit, you know what I mean? And they're here trying to scam people, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you
Huh?
made any threats towards this?
No threat, no.
Okay.
It's an open carry state, right?
You can carry a gun.
Exactly.
I'm asking if you have made any threats towards this.
No, do I make threat? Nah. Why would I make threat?
I don't. It's my job to come out and investigate.
You can investigate, sir. This,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna stand here with you until another officer gets
Cool,
here.
cool, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Man, you know better than I do, man. This a scammer, bro. Mr. Officer, what, badge number again? Forgot, Thompson?
Yeah, it's still 25009.
All right, man, yeah.
Same as what I told you the first time.
All right, man.
Clearly, the officer is irritated. I don't know, maybe he's been having a bad day. I'm not going to hold it too much against the officer. We're not going to get on the officer's case here. Again, folks, as much as I'd like to be hard on all the people giving these guys money, the scammers are still at the center of all of this, right? This revolves around them. Sure, it takes enablers to continue it, right? And there are people that are blindly defending these guys, but still, the scammers are the number one enemy here, right? Let's never forget that. Let's not demonize any of these people. He needs to be educated. Maybe he had a bad day. He is doing his job. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He got called out there. He's handling it, right? Maybe he has some biases. You know, I mean, we're human. We all have our biases, whether we admit it or not. But I think all in all, he's handling it okay. So that's just my thoughts. Let's continue and wrap it up.
I'm a good citizen, you know what I'm saying? This is what I do.
I'm not here to pass judgment.
Hey, bro.
It seems like there's probably a lot bigger problems going on than people asking for money, whether it's
Bro.
or not.
There it is. And that's what I wanted you to hear. I'm not passing judgment at all, but it seems like there's much bigger problems than people asking for money. So that to me is a contradictory statement, even though he doesn't seem to be aware of it, what he just said, because he just sees, like a lot of people do, he's been just as duped as most people. I would say, well, maybe not most at this point, but a lot of people. It's the same mentality. He has it. It's very clear. I'm not here to pass judgment, but these people are just asking for money. But that is making a judgment. Your judgment is that's all you see. You just see somebody asking for money. This guy's telling you that's not the case here. These guys are thieves. They're manipulating people. Theft by deception. In many places, in many counties, you can get arrested for that. Granted, not in Washington state, but the point is, he's trying to explain this to the officer, but the officer's not hearing it. And the officer, like most people, is just a person, right? He doesn't see it. People don't want to believe it. They can't believe it. It's so it's hiding in plain sight, and it's existed as long as it has. Because who thinks twice about it, right? There's a couple of people out there asking for money. Do they really understand what's behind those curtains? Do they even want to know? No. Nobody wants to. But it's happening. It's real. You guys have seen it. You've seen the videos. You've seen all the evidence. These people are not who they claim to be. So, yes, it is a little bit of a bias, but we'll give them a pass this time.
Bro, these are scammers. They're hitting all of America. You probably not informed, man. I got...
He's right. He's probably not informed. So, let's educate them.
My buddy, 6 months ago, my brother-in-law, these people at the supermarket, they came out and put some powder in him, right? And he knocked out, they took his jewelry. Now he's having PTSD. And my other buddy in Seattle got scammed by the same people for fake jewelry, man, for like almost $1,000.
So, again, he's opening up to this officer. He's trying to tell him something. Now, I get it. This is not a courtroom. This officer's not there to hear every little thing about whatever happened, right? But it should establish something, right? What's going on here? Why are you filming them? What's taking place here? It would help explain things a little better. So if I was the officer, I would at least, I know I have a job to do, but I would at least be listening to this, taking some mental notes here. And I hope he was.
So these people they going all over like America.
Sure.
Yeah. So what if your family your family got scammed, you know what I mean? So what I'm doing, I'm raising awareness. So people like, when you see them, don't give them money, man. They got, I bet you he got a Mercedes, he got $1 million house, man. They out here, he young.
Here's the kicker, folks. He does have a Porsche, and they do have $1 million house in Romania. And we will be posting that shortly.
He talking about, my sister got cancer, this and this and that. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, you know who he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in short here, there's going to be some chit chat here, but in short, they're essentially going to talk him into just walking away, leaving the situation, which might be the smart thing to do, right? We don't want to make anything worse, right? He made his point. He said what he had to say. If they don't want to listen, no point in trying to convince them otherwise, right? You said what you had to say. You brought some awareness to it. Maybe later on, when some of these officers deal with another case, maybe all of these things will start piecing together in their mind. Sometimes it's something that just has to be acquired. We have to learn it. Sometimes we got to learn the hard way. We all have our own journey and how we learn things in life, and not just with scammers, right? Sometimes it takes a few times to kind of set in, and maybe this officer has to deal with a couple of these calls before it starts registering that, holy shit, these people were telling the truth. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. We can fast forward to the end, but essentially that's all that happens. They're going to ask him to leave. He plugs his channel and saying, hey, you know, this is what I do. Follow the channel, and so on and so forth. And that's it. And he calmly walks away. And that is the end of that. So let's play it out. A couple seconds.
Again. So what I'm doing, I'm raising awareness, man.
So yeah. See, he's just plugging his channel, telling him what he's doing. And he ends up walking away. And everybody goes on with their day. And right after this, I believe these particular scammers, they went over to Tacoma, right? Because they have no money for gas. And then they went, I'm not 100% positive if they went to Yakima or not, but they are bouncing from city to city. I am going to go ahead and attach a link on this post. Click on that link. It should take you to a bunch of pictures of them and past sightings. And overall, I would say just do your homework. We try to lay it out best we can, but we're just volunteering here and putting things together. But really, it's going to come down to you using your common sense and putting this together. I shouldn't have to tell you what to think or how to think. You can see it for yourself what's taking place. This is a big problem, hiding in plain sight, and people pass it up every single day. All right, guys, that's been my video breakdown. Take care.